All right, happy Monday. Today we are going to cover 5-1, nth roots, radicals, and rational exponents. Our essential question, how are radicals and rational exponents related? All right, let's do a little background information. First of all, the little check mark thing that looks like this is called a radical. The number underneath it is called the radicand. Radicand. And that's just the number underneath it. So we have our radical and we have our radicand. Next, we have an index. Index is the degree of the root. And what I mean by that is, like this is the square root of 16. It's square. When you think square, you should think the number 2 in algebra. So there's really a 2 here, even though you don't see it. And that right there is your index. So for this one, we would want the square root of 16, which means what number times what number equals 16. So it could either be 4 times 4 equals 16, or negative 4 times negative 4 equals 16. So plus or minus 4 is the square root of 16. Well, we can have other roots as well. This is called the cube root. So the cube root of 27 means what number times what number times what number equals 27. So for that, it would be 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. So the cube root of 27 is just positive 3, because negative 3 times negative 3 would be 9. 9 times negative 3 would be negative 27, and that would not be correct. All right, let's look at example 1. Actually, this is example 1a. The cube root of 125. So we're going to break it down into prime numbers. I know that 5 and 25 go into 125. I also know that 5 and 5 go into 25. Since this is a cube root, we need triplets to get out of jail. I have triplets. So the cube root of 125 is simply 5. All right, pause this on your own and try this example, please. The fourth root of 81. So once you're done pausing it, hopefully you've done something like this. 9 times 9, 3 times 3, and 3 times 3. We need 4 to get out of under the radical. I have them, so the fourth root of 81 is 3. Let's say you didn't do 9 times 9. Let's say you did 3 and 27. You could do 3 and 9, 3 and 3. Once again, we have 4 3s, so it doesn't matter how you do it. So our answer is still 3. All right, example 2. All right, if I had the square root of 9, I can write that as a rational exponent. What that simply means is there's a number here, the 1, is being raised to the first power even though we don't see it, and our index is 2 even though we don't see it. So the square root of 9 written as an exponent is 9 to the 1/2. All right, let's try another one of those. So this one was A, this one will be B. If I did the fourth root of 16, there's a 1 there even though I don't see it. So this would be 16 to the 1/4. Not too bad. Let's keep going. 27 to the 2/3. So what this is the cube root of 27, and then we square it. So what we do here is for 27, 3 and 9, 3 and 3. So the 3 gets out of jail, and then we square it. 3 squared is 9. All right, once again, pause the video and try this one on your own, please. 32 to the 2/5 is the same as the fifth root of 32, and then we need to square it. So let's see, we could do 4 and 8, 2 and 2, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. I have 5 2's, so they get out of jail. And now I have to square it. 2 squared is 4. That's our final answer. All right, let's continue on. Example 3. Evaluate with a calculator. All right, problem A, 32 to the 3/5. So here's my calculator. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see. I can make it any brighter. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 32. This little button here, the little up arrow, is called a caret. And now I'm going to do 3 divided by 5. Hit enter, and it tells me 8. So 32 to the 2/5, to the 3/5 is 8. Let's try another one. 27 to the negative 2/3. 27, that's called the caret, raised to the, now use the negative sign, don't use the minus sign. Negative 2 divided by 3, and you get 1/9. Now, if you prefer it in decimal form, you can actually hit the green second and see how it says from F to D. Hit that, hit equals, and you get 0.1111 that repeats. All right, let's do a try it on your own. Negative 16 to the 3/4. Pause the video, and when you're ready, you can hit play. So what I'm going to do is hit negative, parentheses, 16, raised to the 3 divided by 4, and close my parentheses. Except for, I shouldn't have done that. I should have tapped over, so I'm going to hit delete, tap over, big parentheses, enter, and I get negative 8. All right, let's put the calculator away and we'll keep going. Example 4. The 5th root of 32, now we're adding some variables, m to the 15. So I'm going to break down the 32 like we normally do. Let's see, 4 and 8, 2 and 2, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. So I need 5 of them to get out of under the radical. I have 5 of them. So that's going to equal 2. And now my m's. There's 2 ways you can do it. I'm going to show you both ways. Whatever you want, whatever works for you is great. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In order to get out from under the radical, they need groups of 5. So here's one group of 5. Here's the second group of 5. Here's a third group of 5. So that would be m cubed. Or what I could have done is said, does 15 divisible by 5? Yes, it is. M cubed. Either one of those will work. All right, here's a try it for you. You can pause the video and then try this one on your own. It's the cube root of negative 8, a cubed, b 9. All right, so first thing I have to do is break down the 8, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. So all 3 of them get out, but there's a negative in front of it. Don't forget the negative. Just because you don't like it means you can get rid of it. Doesn't mean you can get rid of it. I have 3 A's, 1, 2, 3. All 3 of those get out, and now I have 9 B's. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3 sets of B's get out. So negative 2 AB cubed. All right, let's continue on. Example 5. 2x to the 5th equals 64. So we're solving for x. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the 2 first. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X to the 5th equals 32. This is the 5th power, so the opposite of 5th power would be the 5th root. So I need the 5th root of 32. 4 and 8, 2 and 2, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our answer is x equals 2. And it can't be negative 2 because if it was negative 2 times negative 2, it would be positive 4, negative 8, positive 16, negative 32. So it has to be positive on this one. All right, let's try it. Once again, pause it. And you can continue when you figure this out. So 5x cubed equals 320. All right, I'm going to divide by 5, divide by 5. X cubed equals 64. So once again, this is cubing, so the opposite is cube root. So I need the cube root of 64. Let's see here. 2 and 32, 2 and 16, 2 and 8, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. So I need 3 of them to get out of under my radical. There's one set of 3. There's another set. 2 times 2 is 4. So my final answer was 4. I could have used a bunch of different numbers for that, but I just chose to do 2 and 32 because I know 2 will go into it. All right, I'm going to stop the tape because I'm limited by time. And then I'm going to do example 6 on a new piece of paper on a new video. So please watch the next video when you're done. Thank you.